My name's Fred Weaver, here with my business partner, Kevin Kaufman, joined by our partner at eXp, Curtis Johnson. And I don't know if you just had to watch Kevin's silly face for the last minute, wondering when this thing would start. But if you did,
That's rough.
You stayed with us. We're incredibly excited today to announce and share with you the message of Eric Lowry and the Lowry team from Ohio, just outside of Cincinnati. Eric has been in the real estate business since 1998. Eric has gotten the business obviously many years ago. His wife joined him shortly thereafter. Started building a team about 6 years or so ago, right, Eric? And now you've got you're approaching a dozen or so people on your team. 2020, these guys are going to close over 200 real estate transactions around the Cincinnati, Ohio area. And we are just honored and excited to welcome them to eXp and to hear their story, because, you know, a lot of people think they have an understanding of why everyone joins eXp. They think it's for the same reason they did, or they assume from the outside that everybody's just joining for one or two things. But Eric, why don't you jump in, man? Welcome.
Welcome.
And go ahead, man. Take it over. Tell us what was this big move all about for you?
Thanks, Fred. Man, thanks, Fred. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Curtis. All you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, man. We're so excited. Our whole team is super stoked to make this move. It's it's been a little bit of a crazy week, obviously, you might expect, but it's gone really well. Like, people are always afraid of, oh man, you move, you make a brokerage change, what will happen? Like, we just kept kicking butt. It's been a good sales week already. It's gone well. And so, we're just super excited. I can't emphasize that enough. It's a great opportunity. And, one of the big questions that people have been asking offline, online is obviously why? We were at our previous brokerage I was there over 10 years. I've not been many places in my whole 22 years real estate career. And so, as I met with my team last week, each individually to explain to them what we were going to do, and, seeking their buy-in and wanting their support in it and so forth, I really broke it down for them into three reasons. There's a ton of reasons, but there were three real core ones. And then after I had those conversations with them, I really realized it really ties back to just one thing. There was just one real reason that we did this. And that one reason is the people.
Yeah.
Three reasons, but it all tied back to people. That was exponentially more of the reason than any of the other things combined, right? So,
everybody thinks, oh, you're doing it for the money, you got mad at this person or whatever, right? We know that talent seeks opportunity, and just kind of unpacking this with you, everything did revolve around people, right? And then you had three other core reasons with that, but all of them revolve around people.
Yep.
And I think that's the coolest thing. And that's why a lot of people, I looked at this model for over a year, right? Kevin and Fred looked at it for a long time. You've known about it for a while. That's why not everybody's moved over, right? Because the model is amazing, but there's models and all kinds of different things. What makes anything great is the people. And kind of take that a little bit deeper. What were the three areas inside about people that really made you go, you know what, this is where I need to go with my business?
Yeah, sure. And by the way, I would tell you, like Kevin and Fred and I had a conversation about eXp. I don't know, Kevin, when was that? Like
June of 18
ago, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, something. And Kevin and Fred are awesome, and I told them no a whole bunch of times, right?
Well, that sounds really polite compared to what Fred told me.
Yeah, it actually is.
I said no, but Kevin and Fred and I know each other a long time, and a good connection there, and that first part of the people that I said, there were three core reasons of that. One of them is, I've always been a believer that you are the average of the people you hang around with. That's all. I've bought into that a long time ago. I absolutely believe that. But over the last 2 years, I've really become like obsessed by that concept. It is the thing with me, more so than anything else in business. It's true in life, not just business, but relative to the business. Like, I've become obsessed with it. And so this was just an opportunity to take the next step with that. Who you're in business with matters. And, there are a lot of catchphrases like that, but it was really about who you're going to be in business with. And Kevin and Fred and Curtis and, and just all of that group, that network of people, elevated everything about who we're in business with and surrounding ourselves with relative to our team. And obviously that's a huge benefit to me, right? I mean, that's like, it just is. And I also think it's a huge benefit to everybody that is inside of our business, because when I'm better, they get better. And because there's no secrets in our business, when I learn something, I share it with them and teach them. And so it's just going to elevate us in a big way, network and who we surround ourselves wise. So that was number one. Number two was, we weren't going to make this move. If I absolutely was certain of this, we were not going to make this move unless it provided for better opportunity for our people. If it wasn't a huge win-win for them, we weren't doing it. And so as I explored that and thought through that over the course of the last, 45 days of real serious conversation and deliberation and thinking, it became real clear to me this offered opportunity for them that I couldn't offer them by staying where I was or going anywhere else. It wasn't just, it became a thing where I went, I can't keep doing the same old, because it wasn't the opportunity there for them. And so it gives us opportunity to build this business bigger, stretch it out geographically, stretch it out just in terms of our size, and offer leadership opportunities and let the people that desire to inside our business grow into those. And we can help teach, train, and coach them to do that. So the opportunity for them, it got real clear to me real quick. It was huge. And so that checked off the second box. Still about people. It was people we can surround ourselves with, the opportunity for our people. And then the third one was, one of our missions this year inside our business was to elevate our training, the training we provide our agents, to a much higher level. We already train pretty well. We've built out some real customized stuff inside of our business. But when I saw what was available to us inside the eXp world training wise, and the amount of live training, plus the stuff that, just being around Kevin and Fred and shit, they share the stuff they're doing, was going to allow us to instantaneously take our training to the next level without us even working on it anymore. So on Tuesday, when we joined eXp, that moment, a switch was flipped, essentially, taking our training to the next level. And so those really were the three, because if you look at it as people surround ourselves with, it's opportunity for our people, and it's way better training for our people. That was it was a win-win-win in our regard. So that's really how we got to this moment, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll just say this too, like Eric, just getting to know you so well over the last few years. You and I have spent countless hours on the phones and Zoom calls and whatnot over the last few years. And the reality is that all that stuff you said has basically been the things that you've said that were important to you from the get-go. From the first moment we met, those were always the things that you said were important to you. And what I love is that you found something that helps you support what's important to you, and you went after it, even though it was new and it kind of felt a little uneasy, because it's super easy for us to stay comfortable and stay where we're at. Curtis always says, like, winners are going to find a way to win, and you were going to continue to win whether you stayed where you're at or went somewhere else. But there's always that like sense of, you just don't know what's really going to happen. And like you said, like with the switch, your training problem, I don't even want to say problem, but your training just got elevated, right? Yep. That is less of a problem, if you will, than it ever was before. The thing I've also really known that you've made really clear to me recently is how important those people are that you're surrounded with, that you're talking to, whether that's daily, weekly, monthly, whatever. It's important to you to be around people that are in the trenches and doing things like you, so that way you're learning together. And I think that was why, ended up with being such a perfect fit here for us to work together. So I'm so stoked about this, man.
Yeah, no, we are too. Like, I thought back this morning, I was just thinking about, I wonder, what we might talk about on this, and, what was important to us and those sorts of things. And I remembered a conversation, a friend of mine, his name is Jason Hoback, who's a co-CEO of Sync. He's an amazing leader, and I have a lot of respect for him. He said at Sync, so this resonated with me. He said their commitment was to take care of their people. They knew if they treat their people really well, do a great job taking care of them, their people will take great care with their clients. And it was just like, to me, that just, I'm not the CEO of a technology company. I'm the CEO of a real estate sales business, but the same thing's true. If our people are happy, well-trained, and like what we're doing, the service level, which is a big part of our mission and values, our exceptional service, they'll take care of that, and that will resonate down to the customers, to the clients. That was a big deal. I thought of that this morning. That just connected with me there.
You know, I think at the end of the day, we're all in a people business, right? And so whether, Jason's leading Sync, which is a big technology company, with obviously a lot more people than you or I or we even all have on our teams combined. But at the end of the day, it is really all centered around people, and it's based in that. And if we're keeping that stuff in the front of our thoughts and in the front of how we make decisions, we're all going to be okay at the end of the day.
Yep. Yep, for sure.
Never going to go wrong making a decision for people.
No, that's absolutely right. And in our industry right now, all the talk is about technology and disruption and all that stuff. And it's not unimportant. I'm a big technology user, right? I'm not an engineer. I don't write code, but I'm a big tech user. I have been. My first website in 2000, before you were born, I think, probably, Kevin. I'm a big tech guy. But at the end of the day, the people that are going to win in real estate sales are the people that are empowering people, the people that are well-trained, that have market expertise. Those of us that attach ourselves to those values have nothing to worry about in this business.
Yeah, I'll just jump in real quick too, guys, and say that when it comes to people, one of the things I love about this company, and Kevin is the one that I first heard coin this phrase, is you get to pick your business partners at eXp. Yeah. I know in Cincinnati specifically, in your area, Eric, there's a handful of people that they probably heard of eXp. There's probably a lot of misunderstanding. Some of them think it's a franchise. Some of them think the guy that got there first, Mr. Smith, I don't know who Mr. Smith is, right? He owns the area, and some people love Mr. Smith and some people don't like Mr. Smith. But the thing about eXp is nobody owns it. It's a company that literally grows through agent partnerships. Agents get to pick the people they want to be in business with and they want to surround themselves with, the people they want to collaborate with. And we don't have to create a bunch of entities. We don't have to, join bank accounts to do it. We don't have to put up a lot of risk and reward. We just get to say, hey, look, by aligning with you, Eric, at eXp, I think we can help bring value to your business. And in return, I think that I'm going to win as well. And you get to now go do that as well. You get to do that in Cincinnati. You get to go do that throughout the state of Ohio. You get to go do that throughout the U.S. You get to go do that throughout Canada, throughout Australia, throughout the U.K. You get to go find people now that you can align with who say, Eric, I really connected to the part of, you saying that you're the sum of the people you hang around with. And I'm really, I really look up to your business, or I've always respected it. Maybe I even do more business than you today, but I think there's some things that you do really well that I don't do, right? Or maybe I'm a new agent, but I look up at you, Eric, and I go, how do I get to be where you are? Well, this model creates collaboration and partnership where we get to pick the people we want to be in business with, and we get to go align with them. And then the company has mechanisms set up by which we don't feel like we're being taken for. In fact, we all feel like we're gaining and winning and making more, and it's all about, increase. So I just wanted to say that I think that's really what this conversation for me is about, is that Kevin and I would have for years have always wanted to pick you as a business partner. It wasn't about recruiting you to eXp. It was just about, we felt like we could all do more together if we were aligned at the same company. And I'm just honored that here we are today, January of 2020, and we get to announce that and do that.
Yeah, no, for real. I told Lisa this morning, my wife, Lisa, right? She's the director of operations for our team. We were talking about this, and I said, the funny part is, a lot of people probably think Kevin and Fred recruited me to eXp, right? That's people would think that. They certainly probably think that, seeing us doing this now. I said, but the truth of the matter is that Kevin and Fred don't probably know this either. I said, but I actually recruited them to come be part of my business, right?
That's exactly right. You totally nailed it, right?
Yeah. Don't tell Kevin, though.
No, I'm actually fully aware that my recruiting are down there, even worse than Fred's. The reality is that now that's how I look at this though. And the people that have the most success here within eXp understand that it is a partnership. It's not necessarily I didn't recruit you. I wasn't trying to add a number to my business for my job, or, whatever the case is with most kind of paid recruiters, if you will. That truly is the beautiful thing about eXp is it is, as Fred mentioned, it's us getting to pick our business partners to work together to help each other. And then we also get the rest of the company and all the benefits that we get that the company provides that are super amazing, that bring us together. But it's that really surrounding yourself with the people you want to be surrounded with day in and day out, whether virtual like this, on the phone, in person, doesn't matter, some sort of combination, which is what we do, is a combination of all of those things. to help our businesses move forward and move in the direction that we say that we want them to go.
Yep. No, for sure. For sure. Yeah. So we're thrilled that we recruited you guys.
I love it.
We're super excited. No, but joking around, but I mean, we really are. We're thrilled. We can't wait to get started. As I said, I think I said this to Fred the other day. We are just getting started, right? This is just the beginning. There's a lot to unpack. There's a lot of other things we're looking to do in the very, very near future. Roll some things out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if I could just, Curtis, go ahead.
Let's say, so if you're watching this and you're thinking, hey, you know what, Eric, or maybe even someone on Eric's team, hey, I wish I could have been in business with them in some way, but I didn't want to combine profit and loss statements. I didn't want to move to Cincinnati. I visited Cincinnati. I loved that. Was beautiful, right? But maybe I don't want to live there. I'm across the country, but yet I want to be able to be partners with them. Reach out. Learn a little bit about this. Learn about who you get to choose as business partners without having to go give away 50% of your business, without giving away any of your business. Actually, you're receiving and getting business partners that actually, I tell people, I said the pressure's on everybody else that if you come over and if your business isn't better a year from now, if your life isn't better, your finances are better, if everything isn't better, chances are someone's going to talk you into going back to where you were. But guess what? You're not going to have a cap there because they're going to try and tell you how, we need someone that left eXp to come back. So everything's going to be better. So the pressure is on us to be able to deliver. And Kevin and Fred, go ahead and plug your ears. They're amazing business partners. They over-deliver on everything. They're bringing that value, and every day it gets better because we get more and more partners that are like-minded, that are going to the same place. So reach out to Eric, understand a little bit more about this because, every day you don't do it, your business is actually, it's stuck, right? You're missing out on something that could take it to the next level.
Yeah, and I would add, Curtis, if you're out there listening or watching, and one of the underlying messages here today, Eric he didn't talk about our amazing broker support. He briefly talked about education. We didn't talk about stock and revenue share and the caps and the splits, and there's a lot about eXp we didn't talk about. But the underlying thing I want you to hear is, you need to ask yourself, why are all these top producers joining eXp? Why does eXp keep growing? And Eric, I think, continued to stay in curiosity and ask that question for 18 months. And it wasn't like he felt like he had to join it or he was missing out, but he just kept kind of, I think, exploring that, right? And asking that question, what do I want? And so if you're out there and maybe you think you know about eXp or you heard secondhand about eXp like I did and many of us did here, and you said no at first or for a while, maybe it's time to take a second look. Maybe you are missing something. I missed something. I can say that. Or maybe you're in a different place today, and maybe if you talk to the right people and you choose the right business partners, eXp begins to make more sense for you, right? So I would just offer that up. If you're out there listening, reach out to Eric, get more information. Watch a video again for the very first time with a new set of eyes, and suspend your need to know what somebody who's not at the company told you about it, and listen to it all over again, because we're not faking these smiles. We're genuinely enjoying real estate more than we ever have in our career. And for Curtis, that's a 72-year career. For Kevin and I, it's about 15 years. But you add that up, that's over 100 years of real estate experience, and we're having more fun than we've ever had before. So I just want to make sure we get that out.
Yeah. No, that's so
we need to go get in business with some comedians, because right now, Fred holding that mantle is not good for our group.
Oh man. So I'll leave it with this, and Eric, I'll let you finish off with any sort of parting thoughts. But I'll just say, I love the fact how you looked at that as you recruited us to your business. And honestly, while I've never used those words, I've thought about that. I've had people approach me and say they're thinking about eXp, and but they want to know what, basically they're going to be able to do something for somebody else. And really what the truth of the matter is we all help each other when this works the way it's designed to work. And this is why we get to pick our business partners, or this is why we do pick our business partners, is because we want it so it's we give to you, you give to us, right? It's like that infinity sign. It keeps going back and forth. There's no end to it. When we grow, you grow. When you grow, we grow. And that's, man, you're just one of those guys who I connected with right away. The first time we ever spoke on the phone, I was like, man, I really like that guy from the very get-go. So I just got to say, Super, super excited to be recruited to your business, man, and to be able to work even closer with you now moving forward. So I just want to say welcome, and I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Me too. And by the way, I remember that first phone call very well, and I felt the same way. Just sometimes you talk to someone and you go, I don't know about that. Sometimes you talk to somebody and you just go like it's there. I don't know, call it a connection or whatever. You just go, I like that person. I like that guy or that gal. And like, that was definitely that day on the phone. I knew for sure.
And I appreciate you forgiving the fact that it wasn't like that with Fred or Curtis, but I promise they're okay, and they will grow on you as well.
I mean, you and I were working together, and then remember I came to Arizona for that couple of days to hang out and train, and that was an amazing room. That's the first time I met Fred, and I left going, wow.
He grows on you though. Over time, Fred, he's like an acquired taste.
He's like a bitter beer.
Fred's a good dude. So I would say, so many people in our business think that, I guess this popped into my head, so this may not make sense as I say it, but so many people in our business today think that for them to win, you have to lose, or they're doing okay, but they gotta tear other people down or criticize how they do it because it's not how they do it and so forth. And I just have never thought that real estate was a zero-sum game. Like, I don't think you have to lose for me to win or vice versa, right? It's just not like that. And that's the beauty, I think, of what I've always felt around Kevin and Fred was they just share stuff. They were always, I've always felt like even when we weren't in business together, they were always there to lend a hand, help, talk through things. And those are the people I'm just unwilling to be in business with other kind of people that aren't that way. I want to be in business people that think big, aim high, and help each other, because there's plenty for all of us here. There just is. And we're super excited to get our butts going here, man.
Nailed it, man. All right, guys.
Awesome.
So
welcome.
Yeah, welcome officially, Fred, Curtis. You guys got any last things to say before we shut down for the moment?
I defend myself, but I'm outnumbered. So I'll just say welcome, Eric. These other two clowns aren't nearly as bad as they seem. They're great business partners. Man, excited to hang out with you more, excited to collaborate more. And I hope people that are out there listening and watching right now will reach out to you. What's the best way to contact you, Eric? Is there an email, phone, Facebook Messenger? Like, people have questions. They want to know. They want to ask you more.
All of them things. I've got it over the last 24, 36 hours. I've got a ton of those. So cell phones, 513-368-3751. My email is simply Eric, my first name, at lowryteam.com, LOWRY team.com. There's just no E in Lowry. Everybody always wants to do that, and they won't show up to me if you do that. And yeah, Facebook, I got a ton of Facebook messages. So, friend me on Facebook, shoot me a message, whatever you like, whatever your preferred channel is. Yep.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, we'll talk again soon. Have a great day, and welcome again, man. Talk to you soon, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you soon, Eric.
See ya.